Hey, what's up guys, MGH here and welcome back to another episode of my weekly series where we discuss the upgrades and the downgrades in career mode. Now this week there was a little bit less than last week. It seems like they did a massive bulk upgrade and downgrade last weekend, but there are still some very key ones in this episode that I cannot wait to show you guys. So up first we have Huntelaar. He has been downgraded. I believe he hasn't scored for a long time. I think it's almost 1,000 minutes now in the Bundesliga, which is absolutely terrible for such a class striker. And it's a shame because Huntelaar I still think is a very good striker despite being 30 years old. I think he might be 31 now. However, EA think he deserves a downgrade, so he's only an 83 overall, which is still very good though. Up next we have Kaka, guys. Now he was in the last episode, he was upgraded to 82. He has now been downgraded back to 81. It doesn't make sense. I don't know why EA bother, but I don't know. Clearly he had a very good game and then maybe a very poor game. So I'm not following the MLS right now, so let me know in the comments below. Why did Kaka get upgraded and then get downgraded straight away? I don't understand why. But anyway, we'll move on now. And this is one of the sweatiest players in FIFA, and he's been downgraded by 2, not just by 1. We've got Seydou Doumbia here, who moved to Roma in the January transfer window, along with Ibarbo, which was absolutely madness. I think the FIFA community went into meltdown. But either way, he has been downgraded by 2, which is a massive downgrade. And is he just not getting time at Roma? Because I haven't actually seen them play with him in the squad. So let me know as well with that one. Moving on, we have Mignolet. Now, this is a really odd one. Now, Simon Mignolet, or is it Simon? I'm not sure, but being Belgian, it could be Simon Mignolet. Had a pretty poor season up towards, I would say, December. And then he's had, I kind of want to say, a good run of form. He's been a very good goalkeeper for Liverpool since then. So you can see on his evolution graph there in the bottom right where he's gone down. But now he's gone up and he's now an 80 overall with an 80 potential as well. Moving on, we have Bojan from Stoke. This was surprising as well. I don't think he's done that well. And isn't he injured for the rest of the season? I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere he is injured for the rest of the season. So I've got no idea what this upgrade is about. But I think it could be because he's moved to Cam. He's no longer a right winger anymore. He is a central attacking midfielder. So maybe those stats have caused him to go up by 1. Moving on, we have one of the biggest upgrades of the week, in my opinion, and that is Olivier Giroud. This has been coming. I mentioned it in the last episode, or it might be the one before, actually, that Giroud deserves an upgrade. There's no way he's a 79 rated player based off his stats in the Premier League this year and comparing them to other strikers like, for example, Drogba is 81 and he hasn't done anything this season. So Giroud has finally got his upgrade. He's up to 80 overall and is well deserved if you ask me. Moving on, we have an ex-Arsenal man who was on loan for a while. That's why I'm talking about him here. Shellstrom, he came injured to Arsenal and didn't feature much. Didn't do particularly well, but I guess he was there for a bit. And he's actually gone up to 79 for his local team, which is pretty decent. Not his local team, but, you know, in Russia. And, well, I just thought I'd include that because some Arsenal fans might be interested to know that he's playing well at the moment. Moving on, we have Olic, the ex-Wolfsburg man. He went to Hamburg. And unfortunately, hasn't done too well there. He's been doing okay. For a 34-year-old, he's still a very potent threat up front at striker. And unfortunately, though, he's been downgraded to 78, which is a bit sad to see because I actually like Olic a lot in this game. He's got very high stamina, 87 stamina, which is what I really like about him. And he's kind of good at everything, you know. Moving on, we have Kondogbia. I really like this guy. I would love to see him in the Premier League at Arsenal, personally. Obviously, I'd rather he sign for Arsenal than anyone else. He was absolutely fantastic against us in the Champions League, and he continues to perform well in the Ligue 1, and he's been upgraded to a 76 overall with a potential of 82. Then we have Ginter, who plays, obviously, for Dortmund. When he joined Dortmund, he was highly recommended to be, you know, the next big guy from Germany, the next big defender. But since then hasn't proved to be that incredible. I guess he was, I would say, better last season. But either way, he has been downgraded. He's 75 overall and has an 84 potential, which is still very good indeed. But I was expecting a lot more from Ginter when he joined Dortmund. But obviously Dortmund have been struggling. And now Klopp has obviously said he's resigning at the end of the season. It's just not going very well over there. Either way, we'll move on now. Yannick Bolasie, look at this. Well deserving of an upgrade. He's had a fantastic season for Crystal Palace. As soon as Pardew came in, I think he's moved Bolasie into more of a central role and it seems to be doing wonders for him. Recently got a hat-trick and I think that's probably why he's got this upgrade. He's now a 75 overall, Could be a little bit higher in my opinion, but a potential of 80 has gone up as well from, I think his potential was 78 before, so that's a big upgrade. And now we'll move on to the last player of the episode, and that is John O'Shea from Sunderland. Yeah, I mean, he was good at United, but ever since then, let's be honest, he probably should have retired years ago. Experience isn't everything, you know. You need to be a good defender as well. But anyway, John O'Shea has been downgraded to 74, and he was the last one on the list that I wanted to talk about. So don't forget to check out the full list on ultrafifa.com. You can also check out sofifa.com if you want to check it out there. Two very good websites. And no, they're not sponsoring me to say that. They're just websites I like to use. But Ultra FIFA seem to get the stats a little bit quicker in my opinion. But anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Giroud finally has an upgrade, so I'm going to go and start an Arsenal career mode just for a bit of fun and try out the new Olivier Giroud. And I will see you next week for some more upgrades and some downgrades.